Come explore the unknown and enter the Chamber of Shadows, a podcast for the dark, haunted, and mysterious. My name is Celine, and I am joined by my co-host Endora. Say hi, Endora.
Good evening, spooky fam.
Lord, this
So,
weather is
how are you
kicking.
doing, little snow bunny?
Listen, all I'm saying is I moved out of Ohio for a reason. This is crazy. No, I actually don't usually care as long as we get it once or twice a year. Um, it's the, like, being in the teens, like, every day that drives me nuts.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, I enjoy having all the seasons, so it's really, like, not a problem for me, but the entire rest of the state is shutting down and doesn't know how to act, so
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all can't help it. You don't have it like we have it, where when you learn how to drive, you're already in the snow. So,
Well,
yeah.
the area I live, though, here's the best part. The area I live is, like, at least half Northerners.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I don't know how many times when we were there, they were like, oh, yeah, we're from Ohio. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. New York, New Jersey, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "You guys are from the North and you still don't know how to act." Like, and that's how it was when I lived in Ohio too, I mean,
They
it
went and
is what
got
it
weak.
is.
Well, we have a lot of people here that are not used to the snow. So, because
God.
it's Columbus. Should I say that? Should I not tell people that
No,
I'm in Columbus? But I'm not going to be
it
here
doesn't
long,
matter.
so it doesn't matter. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you better not. You better not.
listen, I feel so bad for the Uber daddy being out in minus weather.
Yeah,
Like when
that's
he left the house this morning, it was -1 Fahrenheit, and I was
no,
like, "Oh my God, I'm
no,
so
thank
sad for
you.
you." Yeah.
I'll take my Carolina weather over that any day.
Yeah, and that's brutal. I love winter. I love the snow. I don't mind the ice, all of those things. But when it gets that cold and then I have to push my breadwinner out the door, I feel really bad.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so this is funny. Um, so on Monday, my brother dislocated his knee, and then several hours later, my sister went into the ER with mono. So,
Aw,
yeah, so that was just Monday. So,
that's
you
a lot
know,
going on. How do you tear up his knee?
he was playing football outside, and obviously it
In the
was,
snow?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how it is in the city that they're in. I came back to Greensboro for a couple days, but here it's like icy snow. It's not like that nice fluffy snow that everybody can play with. This is like I'm stepping on
Oh,
the snow and it's not even making a dent.
yeah. I mean, it was the same here. This is super wet snow. I like it
Yeah.
when it's a little wet because it's good for snowman making and
Yeah.
snowball making. But no, I don't like it when it's so wet that I know we got to shovel every hour, because if we don't, it'll be a
I
nightmare.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's icy everywhere here. Um, but the where I'm at, I mean, we just got cold weather. We are getting calls for snow this weekend though.
Oh, not us so far. Not wood. No
Yeah.
more. Let's get rid of what we got, and then we can maybe start over again.
God.
Anyway, we're your weather girls, so
Welcome.
because you guys didn't hear enough bitching about the snow, I guess we'll bitch about it
I
too.
know, literally. All right, well, what are we doing today?
So today we're going to talk about something that I learned about last year, and although I have a bunch in my Kindle Unlimited currently, but before that, I had not read any of her work. But everybody knows her name, whether you've read her or not. Today, I'm going to do The Vanishing Act of the Queen of Mystery. Do you know who the Queen of Mystery is?
No.
Her name is Agatha Mary Clarice Miller, was born on September 15th, 1890, on the English Channel in Devon, England. Do you know who she is?
Never I don't think I've ever heard of this. Okay,
Okay,
I'm locked
that's
in.
crazy. Okay. Homeschooled by her mother, Clara, who told her that she didn't want her to read until she was 8 years old. Headstrong Agatha felt unchallenged. She began teaching herself to read at 5 years old. From that point forward, she was a devoted bibliophile. She was obsessed with books. Do you think her mom's plan backfired or it worked? Do you think it was good for her to be like, "Nah, you're not going to read till you're I'm not teaching you how to read until you're 8."
Well, I think when you have coming from someone who is not a parent, I think when you have parents who are super strict about something, whatever that may be, drugs, alcohol, partying, or something as not simple because I don't think that not reading is simple, but, I think it makes children want to do it more.
I think so too. I think her plan worked perfectly.
Is that what did she want her and she was just like, "No." Does that
I
make
don't
sense?
I don't know. I only know
Okay.
the story, but it does seem like she was quite bright and um she was like, I want her to want it. I want her
Yeah,
to want it.
yeah.
And
Okay.
she did. In 1912, Agatha was a volunteer nurse in World War One, and it was during this time she met her future husband. This might help you. He was a handsome young aviator named Archie Christie. Okay, I'll continue.
No.
In
Yeah, no.
spite of his womanizing reputation, they tied the knot while he was home on leave in 1914, welcoming their only child, Rosalind, in 1919. When she married Archie, she became Agatha Christie.
Oh, wait. Agatha Christie sounds familiar.
Yes, yes. Agatha Christie. She's a very famous mystery writer. And I thought literally everybody has heard of her, but apparently I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
that name
You
sounds familiar now.
okay.
What year are we in?
We are in 1920.
Oh, okay, okay,
She was born in 1890, so she was born about the
okay,
same time as my grandmother, actually.
okay.
Um, Agatha had written short stories all through her youth. It wasn't until 1920 that Agatha would write her first mystery novel, The Mysterious Affair at Styles. After numerous rejections, the book was picked up and published by a man named John Lane. He loved it so much that he contracted her for a 5-book deal. That contract gave birth to beloved fictional detective Hercule Poirot. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. Something else was born that day, too. Published author Agatha Christie's rise to infamy, and it was moving at a breakneck speed. So she's married, she has a baby, and she's got her first book published. It's a big deal.
And it's a mystery.
And it's a mystery.
Okay,
Most all of them are not every single one, but most of them are.
okay.
Um, Sadly, Agatha lost her mother in 1926, plunging her into a dark depression and also writer's block. She was working on her next creation, The Mystery of the Blue Train, and had released The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which was selling out everywhere. As if the trauma of losing her mother wasn't enough, Archie simultaneously announced to Agatha that he was leaving her for his mistress, Nancy Neal. She got a lot going on, this girl.
Oh my god,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
all of the good things rushed in, and then all of the bad things rushed in. Like she's been through it.
Jeez.
December 3rd, 1926, at 9 p.m., Agatha tucked Rosalind into bed and kissed her cheek. She then took her attache case and drove away from her home, speaking a word to no one. Her car was found early the next morning, doors open, lights on, and hanging precariously over the edge of a chalk quarry. When the police arrived, it was clear that the car had gone off the road at a high rate of speed. Her fur coat, her attaché, and her driver's license were found inside. No sign of Agatha or the direction that she left were detected. A massive search effort began, but was halted suddenly 3 days later. It seems her brother in law claimed that he had received a letter from her stating that she was spending some time at a spa in Yorkshire. The police began to suspect that the letter was fake and reopened the case. So they closed the case for 1 day.
Like,
Yeah, that's crazy. 1 week after the famed author's disappearance, in spite of hundreds of reported sightings, not one single tip panned out. They were getting desperate and began some unconventional means to locate the 36-year-old mother. They brought one of her dogs to the car, hoping he might catch her scent and track her, but he only sniffed and cried. Yeah. Then they brought psychic mediums to the car. Multiple psychic mediums. I
in
heard
the 20s?
Yes, I heard 3 and then I heard 5 to do a seance, but there was no response. Um,
In the
I mean,
20s?
yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's
That's
crazy, right?
crazy. When were
Uh,
the Fox sisters?
I think that was following the Civil War. So, I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's been spiritualism has been around for a while,
Okay.
but it's very strange for,
Yeah.
for a police department at that time. I mean, I
Right.
think it's kind of strange now too, but it's done. People
Yeah.
do it now, but I don't think they did it before. Widespread searches were done all over Sunningdale and Berkshire and the surrounding areas. Where she lived and disappeared, depending on the source, between 10 and 20,000 people were searching for Agatha. Law enforcement officers from all over England, hunters, fans, and concerned citizens all joined the search. They combed the woods, farmland, and drugged the quarry and other bodies of water. This was the first time in history that airplanes were used to search for a missing person.
Wow.
Yeah, they really wanted that girl back. Across the pond, oddly, the New York Times reported that when Agatha left, she had penned 3 letters. The one to her brother-in-law that police originally thought was fake, the one to her assistant, and with an itinerary and instructions for tasks to be completed in her absence, and the final one was to good old skirt chasing Archie. When he was confronted by the constable as to the location of said letter, Archie first refused, and then he said he burned it. He got a letter, but he won't show it to him. And then first he said just no. And then when they pressed him, he said, well, I burned it. So imagine, I would do anything to know what that letter said.
Yeah, literally.
December 15th, a young man playing the banjo with the hotel band told police that while he was playing at the Swan Hydro Hotel Harrogate in Yorkshire, he saw a familiar face. He stated that while they were playing, yes, we have no bananas. There was a lady doing the Charleston right in front of him, and he's pretty sure that lady is Agatha Christie. Turns out he was right. On the 12th day of her disappearance, she's been found right where she said she'd be, to her assistant and her brother-in-law, and honestly, probably Archie too. How could the police have screwed this up so badly?
Oh my God. Wait, I'm so confused. Were they not looking at her itinerary?
Look, they gave everything, those two, the brother-in-law and the assistant gave everything to the police, and they were like, nah, let's call some psychics. Let's not go. Let's not go to go look for her in Yorkshire, where she said she'd be in the fake in quotes, letter.
No, but this is also crazy because, like, you just wreck your car and you're like, "Okay," and just go on about your itinerary?
Yes, yes. Later days, folks. Fuck that car.
Oh my god, what?
It
Oh my god.
it is. So can somebody bring me her dog? I think her dog can find her.
Like, let's just yeah, we're not gonna follow the itinerary at all.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
It's so crazy to me that she wrecked her car and she's like, "I got places to be."
I'm having a bad life right now. I need change.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
It isn't reported how, but following the car accident, she made her way to King's Cross Station. She boarded a train to Yorkshire, then on to the hotel spa, where she indulged in food, drink, and spa treatments, making merry at dances and balls and shopping. How is it
Wait,
possible that no one recognized her or even approached her about the nationwide hunt at all?
that's what I was about to say. How is it possible that she has no idea that all these people are looking for her? Like,
10 to
um,
20,000 volunteers scouring England.
does she not know about this? Like, what's going on with my hair?
Well,
Does she not know about this? I'm
let's
like,
find out. She's busy getting wasted and dancing.
apparently so. She's like, "Oh, look, I'm missing apparently."
Okay. Well, she checked in under an assumed name, Therese Neal. Sound familiar? Her fake name included the last name of her husband's mistress.
Oh,
She also had bought a dark wig in a different style. When the police contacted Archie, he went straight to Yorkshire. When they saw each other, she didn't react at all. She didn't recognize him, and Archie reported to journalists that she was suffering from total memory loss. When he was further questioned as to why the name Therese Neal, he said she has no idea who she is. So much, in fact, that she's been placing newspaper ads all over England searching for the family of Therese Neal. The hope was that someone would come and get her. Yeah. So she was like,
wait.
okay, well, I'm Therese Neal, and I really wish somebody would tell me what's happening in my life because I don't really know why I'm here or what I'm doing. So, yeah. Following the incident, Agatha and Rosalind moved out. They chose an apartment in London where Agatha underwent psychiatric treatment for dissociative fugue state. Slowly, her memory returned. In 1928, she divorced Archie. When she faced her demons and her memory returned, When she faced her demons and her memory returned, she was able to complete the mystery of the blue train. Later, she booked a trip on the Orient Express, inspiring her arguably most famous novel. In 1930, she married a man named Max Mallowan, the love of her life, actually. She continued to write 95 books in total, 66 of them mystery novels. Never
Wow.
a word was penned about her first marriage or her disappearance, not even in her autobiography. She wrote her own life story and didn't include that. Yeah,
But she remembered everything.
eventually she did. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Um,
Okay.
let me catch us up and then we can talk more about
Okay.
that. During an interview by the Daily Mail in 1928, she spoke only once about the disappearance. This is the only thing she's ever said. She was she was grieving her mother and marriage simultaneously. She was going days without sleep. When she did sleep, it was for never for more than 2 hours at a time. Feeling desperate, she just wanted her life to end. Earlier, she had driven past the quarry. She thought to herself that she would like to drive right off the edge, but didn't because Rosalind was in the car. That evening, however, she drove around until she found herself at the same spot by the quarry. She raced her car off the road toward the quarry cliffside. She let go of the wheel. The car struck something, and she came to an abrupt halt. She struck her head on the steering wheel, and this is where she lost her memory. Somehow, she found her way to the railway station. She asked where she was, and they told her Waterloo. Looking back, Agatha doesn't know why they didn't recall speaking to her because she was muddy and had blood on her face from her head wound. She has a memory of arriving at the hotel, muddy and bloody, still no one commented on it. Agatha Christie, it seemed, was left behind on that cliff. She was now Therese Neal from South Africa. During this interview, she seemed a little melancholy about Therese Neal. She said, Mrs. Neal was very happy. I had become a new woman. All the worries and anxieties of Mrs. Christie had left me. When I was brought back to my life as Mrs. Christie, many of my worries and anxieties returned. And although I'm not quite well and cheerful, I have lost my morbid tendencies completely. I have not that utter happiness of Mrs. Neal. So Mrs. Neal was just full of joy. And she, at this point, was feeling no joy, but she also didn't want to kill herself. Yeah. When questioned about how she had no reaction to the news of the writer's disappearance, she said that she had read about it every day, like everybody else, and had come to the conclusion that she must be dead. She regarded Mrs. Christie as stupid, but was struck by the resemblance to herself. She even mentioned it to a few people at the hotel, but it never occurred to her that she was the same person, and no one ever said, I think that's you. Because she was completely confident in the fact that she was Teresa Neal. She had left the house with 60 pounds in her pocket. It doesn't sound like much, but in 2026 money, that's 4,760 pounds. In the US, that would be $6,500.
Yeah.
So that's enough to take a vacation.
I mean, yeah.
Agatha's final public appearance was at the 1974 premiere of Murder on the Orient Express. She approved of the final cut, but was disappointed that Hercule's mustache was not as luxurious and large as she had described it in her writings. She passed away peacefully January 12th, 1976, at 85 years old. She has sold more than 2 billion, with a B, copies, in third place behind only the Bible in first place and William Shakespeare in second.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. That's why I was like, you haven't heard of her? What do you mean? Okay.
No, I know the name, but I didn't know the story.
So what do you think happened from the information that I gave you? I mean, everybody has an opinion.
I think it could go one of two ways. If we're looking at it from a traumatic standpoint, she just lost her mom. She now lost her husband.
Right after all of the amazing and quickly moving, wonderful things were happening to her.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on. So I can understand how, you get into an accident, regardless of whether it's intentional or not. You get into an accident and your memory's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am pretty sure this has happened time after time again. I think it's interesting that she chose the mistresses. Like, I don't, that's a little weird to me. On the opposite side of it, though, I can also understand her being a mystery writer, and what better way to, get a little more what's the word I'm looking for?
Publicity.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than having her own mystery.
Right.
I
Exactly.
can see it either way. I can see
Yeah,
it
I
either way.
definitely can too. And it's not strange to me that um if what she's saying is true, and I come from a place of yes, and I do believe her, but it's not unusual in my mind for her to start creating a character that's she's literally on autopilot. Like she's of course.
Well, people
Yeah.
it's been known to be done. It's
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
It's a thing. Was
Right.
this a way to bring attention to the situation?
Right. Or just to embarrass her husband.
Yeah.
They didn't accuse him of murder, and they did it even though he was acting
Right.
shady AF. So
Which is
if that was the
also
case,
weird.
yeah, he was being super shady. I would do anything to know
Like,
what was in
why
that letter.
yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Also very weird. I think it's incredibly weird that so many people which, I mean, maybe at that time, I don't know, I didn't live in the '20s, but maybe at that time it was more of a, like, we just don't talk about it thing. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and let's talk about how America perceives the UK, particularly England, about stiff upper lip and don't be emotional. And yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where America here, here we're all up in our feelings most of the time. So
Well, we're also all up in everybody's business is what we
yes,
are.
yeah, yeah.
Like, so, I do find it weird though that she describes showing a picture to people
In
and
the paper, yeah,
nobody is like,
yeah. Hold on, doesn't she look like me? Like I'm
yeah,
holding it right here against my
nobody's
face. Yeah.
nobody's like, "Actually, yeah."
hmm
Like,
Why? Because she had a wig on. Okay.
if you don't snatch that wig, I swear to God.
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of people also thought it was a publicity stunt, although she didn't really need it because her book was actually, I think, in its second or third printing, the one that she just released because it was immediately bam, 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 sold out everywhere. So,
Yeah, so it is it's just I mean, I could completely see it going either direction.
yeah.
What do
And,
you think?
I think so I don't dissociative fugue state. Cleveland Clinic describes it as symptoms where a person with memory loss wanders and travels. They generally have no idea how they got there, and memory is typically regained after some mental health treatment. So you just need to sit down and be quiet for a while, start feeling things you're feeling. And
There
Mhm.
is there is a case, I don't remember the specific case, so don't ask. But it was basically this guy who he was skiing and he, like, disappeared. Yeah, he
Like
just
on the
disappeared.
slope, like you just, and then I'm
Yeah,
done.
like, nobody knew, like, I think they found his car or something, but nobody knew where he went or what happened to him.
Wow.
And I don't remember how much time had passed, but eventually he was found, and it was described that he went through this. And I guess when he had whatever the accident was that he caught a ride with a truck driver who drove him, like, all the way to California.
Oh, Lord.
And he didn't have his phone. He, like it was really weird,
Oh, his
because
phone.
he
So
couldn't
this was
remember.
recent. This
Yeah,
was Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This is, I think, sometime in the 2000s. I mean, it has to be in the 2000s, obviously, because cell phones, but yeah, I thought he had described not remembering anything.
Yeah.
So, there are cases that happen that I mean, the trauma happens. I've heard of other stories where they go through something traumatic and all of their memory of who they are is lost.
Yeah.
and they just go I think don't older people also do that?
Yeah,
Like, when
that's
they
Alzheimer's. That's different. It's different. Yeah.
but, I guess to some I mean, it's different, it's a different process, but also, like, they still go through this, like, kind of creating a new identity sometimes.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Or they
Like
go I think more frequently they go back, like, um, they call you by a different name and you don't recognize that name,
yeah,
but then your aunt
that's true.
goes, "Oh, that was her friend growing up. That's why she's calling you that because she thinks that you
Yeah.
look like that girl." Yeah. Yep.
It's so interesting, and I mean, it is very real, and I do think it's very, very possible. We have so many cases that go through this where whatever the trauma is, they just switch it up and they're a different person, and they live that way. Sometimes I've
And
known people
she is
for
creative
years.
by nature. So, of course, she would be like, "Well, I already have mud on me and blood on my head. I don't want to do anything else to draw attention to myself. Let me blend
Yeah,
in and have a name and have yes,
but
yeah,
I've heard of people doing this for years.
mhm, yeah."
Years.
It
Actually, I think
literally
there was
didn't
a
take her that
guy
long. I think it helped that um her daughter was with her. Um I think it helped that she had, her daughter is her goal. So
was her daughter with her? I thought she left her daughter.
she did when when she moved away from Archie before she divorced him. They got a little flat in London,
Okay,
and that's where she was getting her treatments at. Like he was coming to her because obviously, yeah.
okay.
Um, but it only took a few months. It didn't take very long for him to work with her until she got everything back, and that's when she was saying, I kind of miss Mrs. Neal. Mrs. Neal had it going
Was
on. She
happy.
was she was
Yeah.
fun, and she didn't have any responsibilities. And then there's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There is I don't know if you remember this. There was a guy, also more recent, he had been missing for years. Years and years and years and years, and he saw himself on a unsolved show.
shut up. Not unsolved mysteries.
Yeah, and he's like,
What?
"Wait a minute, that looks like me," and it
That's me.
was.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Holy
things
shit
like that
show.
do happen.
Mhm.
They do
Yeah,
happen.
that's true. Yep. Yeah, so, um, whatever was actually true, if it's different than what she said, we'll never know because she has left us and that's what she told us and that's what I believe.
I find it interesting that she never talked about it again.
I'm sure it was probably embarrassing. It's embarrassing that her husband cheated on her. It's embarrassing that she married him in the first place knowing that he was a skirt chaser and always had been, he had
Yeah.
womanizing ways and she didn't care because he was cute and he was fun and and she liked him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I
But
mean
yep, that's the story of Agatha disappearing.
well,
Um
I'm gonna have to read some of her books now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
to go to Kindle. Kindle's got them. I mean, she has so many. She's writing like I think about how long it takes me to put together this episode,
yeah.
and it's only, probably a half an hour long. Like, but I think about that, and then I think about, oh, she was writing 2 to 3, sometimes 4 books a year. A year she was writing books, not just,
Yeah.
like, throwing something together for a podcast. Like,
I
that's crazy
follow,
to me.
I follow several
Overachiever.
authors. Yeah, literally, I follow several authors, and they talk about this process of writing. I think one of them talks about she's like, "I literally lock myself in, and I don't, like, eat or shower sometimes for days, because
I've
they
heard
just
that
get
before.
locked in."
Yeah. And you
And I
have
mean
to because if you lose it, that's it. Now I gotta
yeah,
start all over again tomorrow. So,
yeah,
yeah. Yep.
and I mean, I get it. I get it. It's I don't know.
Yeah, a 5-book deal off of 1 book. That's a big deal, especially
Yeah,
for a
a
woman.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah. She was kind of a badass. Um,
Incredible.
yeah, I love that. I love that she got to go to Murder on the Orient Express, which we just watched the original one the other night. And
Okay,
I love
because you could make a
new
new one?
I like the new one, but the original one, like, it was just so fun to see Lauren Bacall and oh, who is Isabella Rossellini's mom? She's so beautiful. Anyway, her
Yeah,
like
I
it
know
was
why
just
you're
really
asking
good.
me.
Yeah.
I'm the last person to
She
know.
was in Casablanca. Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman was in there. Not listen. You want to talk about another badass? She was getting up there, no makeup whatsoever. She was
I know that's
plain
right.
Jane, and I was like, "Wow, that's a big deal." That yeah,
I know that's right.
yeah.
I don't know anything about the book or the movie. Literally, I know nothing.
Oh, it's really good. It's good.
So
It's not. It seems like it's like I saw that. I saw it before I did this and before I heard about her being missing, but I haven't read anything. But I am definitely I'm ready. So I'm gonna
hell
start.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Hell yeah. Well,
So
maybe I'll read it then, and then I'll watch the original and the new.
yeah, I can't wait to see how much different the book is than the
Yeah, are
movie.
you gonna read the
Yeah.
book?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. If I had more time, I would have read it for this episode and we could have talked about that too. But I don't think people really want to hear what I think about books.
that's fair. That's fair. Listen, I've considered starting a podcast just to talk about books.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, but okay, so that's interesting. I knew the name. I did not know anything about this case. That was okay.
I was so shocked that you were like, because
Well, maybe
Agatha's not a very
that's
common
why.
name.
Well, maybe that's why. Like, maybe you told me the past couple days. You're like, "Oh yeah, Agatha Christie," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I know that name." Like, I don't know why I know that name, but yeah, that makes sense. And then you're like throwing out all these other words and names, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. And how about her bougie name that she was born with? I'm like, what? How many names do you have? I thought I had a lot of names.
You know
Agatha
what?
Christie
Yeah,
Clarice Miller.
like, you know what? I like the name Agatha.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's odd, but I don't hate it.
It is odd. It
It's
has a
like
like,
Uma. Like,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
very
That what a
distinct
strange name, but
personality with it.
yeah, agree. Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
So that's what happened to our friend Agatha.
Oh man.
And
Everybody go read Agatha's books if you haven't already.
yeah, I mean, she's not hurting for money. She sold 2 billion
You know
books.
what her or how her daughter did or anything about her daughter?
I don't. I did think I was gonna look it up and then I was like, you're adding too much. You're doing the
That's
most.
fine.
Nobody
Yeah,
nobody cares where her daughter went. But I
fair.
did she died not soon after her, like pretty soon after her mother. I'd say within 10
Oh,
years.
okay.
So yeah. Yeah.
Man.
So thank you, Agatha.
Oh, yay. Well, with that, if anybody has any opinions, thoughts, questions, concerns, we have an email that you can reach out to us at. It is the chamberofshadows@gmail.com. We are also on TikTok and Instagram at the Chamber of Shadows. If you are new here, hope you enjoyed it. If you are a returning listener, welcome back. Still hope you enjoyed it. We release episodes every Thursday night, usually about 9 o'clock, sometimes the release time, which has nothing to do on my end. It's just the way technology works. Is maybe closer to 9:30, but I'm dying. I need my water. Uh, did you have anything else you wanted to add or say.
No, thanks for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes!
Yay!
We will see y'all next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.